This podcast may contain offensive content. You have been warned. Welcome to the Diecast podcast. I am your host and DM, Johnny. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Shadow Menace. And before we get started, I wish to give a big thank you to our sponsor, the Storytelling Collective. This is an online program that helps aspiring narrative designers create their first TTRPG adventure and help them enter into the tabletop gaming industry. Now, their winter session registry time has passed, but I've registered for one of their courses, and I'm going to share my progression through the seminar and share my experience with you, so you can have a first-hand account of how it all comes together. I signed up for how to market your TTRPG adventure, and it has been amazing so far. It's been a skill set that I've had lacking. I need to improve on it, and I need to get better at promoting myself. And when I saw they offered this course, I jumped at the chance. The first few lessons have been a ton of reading, but it's that good type of reading where you're excited to learn something new. And this is going to take a bit of time, because I am starting at level 1 in marketing for knowledge and know-how, but I am learning, and the readings are amazing. There's a lot of them. I just have to be patient with it. I think it's going to open up some cool ideas and start getting those creative juices flowing, which leads me into another great aspect about the program. You can take your time. You can go at your own pace. I registered late, but it means that I can keep learning without having any pressure to get it done right away, and it makes learning much more fun and easier. You may not be able to register now, but their summer session will be coming down the road. If you want to go check them out, go to www.storytellingcollective.com or find them on Twitter at storytellingcol, C-O-L, and give them a follow, give them a like. Keep up to date with their updates. They're amazing. They're doing such great things. And if you sign up with them and you follow them, you can write your first adventure and discover which worlds you can build together. And the other bit of news I want to pass along is a brand new Dungeons & Dragons show. Dungeons & Dragons presents Invitation to the Party on G4. You'll be able to catch this on their Twitch and YouTube channels. Now, this is definitely one to watch because viewers will have a direct influence on what happens to the party members. Yes, you will be able to vote as viewers in real time on obstacles, monsters, and NPCs. This is such a cool concept for a show, and you should check it out on Monday, November 22nd at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so that is 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for those on the East Coast. But wait, there's more. The cast is pretty stacked. It's pretty loaded. It's a lot of fun. Your Dungeon Master will be a legend himself. You've seen him on the D&D live broadcast. You've seen him in LA by Night. It is, of course, B. Dave Walters. He'll be running the players through trials and tribulations, so you know it's going to be good. Now, to add on to the extra pile of awesome, they brought in some super funny actors, comedians, and esports personalities that will complement and quip with each other so well. We've got Iffy Wadway, Cassin G, Fiona Nova, and Indiana Black. You should check out this show November 22nd, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time or 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Give it some love. Check it out. Go vote on and try and influence which way the adventures go. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. Before we jump into our actual show today, just wanted to give everyone a reminder, you can find us on Twitter at Diecast Podcast. Please give us a follow. You'll keep up to date with all our episodes, any news, tales from Trollskull, and any of us funny jokes or quips or gifs or pictures of cats that we come across. You can also find us on our own website at www.flyinglizardstudio.com. You can also find us on any app that plays a podcast. That's your iTunes, your Stitchers, your Google Plays, your Spotifys. And the big one is leave a like, leave a comment, leave a review. It helps out the numbers so much. And if you get the chance, share us with a friend. Help spread the word. It will help us out a ton. Also, you can find us on our own Discord channel, which we'll have the links for in the tweets and posts. And, of course, on our own YouTube channel. I think that is it. We're getting ready for the Enchanted Forest. I hope everyone stays safe, wear a mask, get vaccinated. I love you all, and I will see you next week. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Diecast podcast, Season 7, The Shadow Menace. After our first episode together, the Trollskull Trio got back together at Trollskull Manor. Waterdeep and the Manor are doing exceptionally well. Business is booming. Waywalkett's magical trinket and emporium is affluent and bursting at the seams with commerce and progress and capitalism that is running rampant through all of Waterdeep, the Lord's Alliance, and all those associated clans together. When Waywalkett's uncle hired you all, or found a job for you all, to head into the Enchanted Forest because he came across some stunning news that a high elf lich had not survived the death curse, and her archives were wide open for anyone to come into. He said he has to go in and pick up a series of books, and the rest of the stuff you find inside the archive is up to you, and you're also getting 1,000 gold per person to do so. The only challenge is you have to make your way through the more dangerous part of the Enchanted Forest, and in and out of the Wailing Archives should be just fine. What could possibly happen? You've already saved the world a couple of times. You defeated Manchun. How could this be any semblance of trouble for the Trollskull Trio? You used your magical teleporting fireplace and dropped yourself. That wasn't a good pop sound. Let me try that again. There you go.
That's the classic.
Tasty.
And dropped yourself into the Enchanted Forest. You know not where, you know not when, and you sometimes know not why. But that is where you find yourselves. It is about midday. There is a dense overbrush of canopy over top of you. You've got that soft padded sound when you put your feet down on the forest floor, but it sounds like the soil is almost hollow. And there's tall trees all around you and not a path to be seen. What do the four of you wish to do?
What is this sorcery? I thought we were going to walk to the Enchanted Forest.
No, we take this place pretty much everywhere we go. But don't worry, there's going to be a lot of walking from here on out.
Hooray, I guess.
It is not an adventure until you feel the bleeding of your calloused feet.
Hold on. Let's, not be that aggressive. Do we really need to work ourselves to pain and misery? We gotta, save some strength for whatever else is out there. And I'm all looking gestures to, the forest.
You are used to relying on Lord Joseph to face your problems for you. But with me, you'll carry your own weight.
Oh, we really need to have a talk with Joseph.
He doesn't always think things through all the way, but this guy seems pretty solid. As I hit his thigh, and it kind of hurts the back of my hand.
Yeah, I was going to say, literally built solid.
And solid is what we need inside a place like a undead archive. I mean, look at this place. We're in an enchanted forest, surrounded by dangers, going into a place that's more danger. You need someone who's solid, like this guy right here.
You are flattering to me. At my advancing years of 28, I am nearing the end of my life. Still, I am more than equipped to face this challenge.
Oh, you're so young. Anyway, Uncle, which way do we go from here?
Okay, well, here is the hard part. The Enchanted Forest likes to mess with people. I have the key to get in, but we gotta kind of wander around until we come across it.
Or die.
Well, that's not on my agenda right now, so no dying.
Yeah, I would prefer to not die also. It's just, find it or die.
Are there any enchanted creatures and or trees we could rough up for information?
Well, I mean, it's an enchanted forest. There's probably something out there, but
You there, tree, show us the way. And I'm going to smack a tree with my staff.
You hear a big resonating thunk. Very dense wood as the staff makes contact with it. A couple of leaves fall down. You hear a crow fly like, ah!
Inconclusive. Still, this was a quality tree.
Huh. Well,
I do know that the base of the front door, or the front door, is at the base of an old ancient oak tree. Many thousands of years old, with roots that seep down into the earth and literally feeds upon the soul of the world. Or as the stories go, it could just be a big goddamn tree.
Aren't these all big trees?
Oh yeah, but this is like a really big tree.
Okay, so in a giant forest that seemingly has no beginning or end, doesn't have any official map because it keeps switching, what's what, we're supposed to find a tree amongst the trees.
Yeah. In retrospect, it sounds kind of like finding a needle in a stack full of needles type of thing. But, we're here. We're clear. We're ready to get adventure started. I may have been off on we're clear about where we're going, but we have a destination. And what is an adventure without the journey along the way? Am I right? Am I right, nephew? Huh? Am I?
Well, I mean, having a plan has never really, we've often made a plan and then, discussed the plan, and then executing the plan has never really been our strong suit. So I figure this time, let's just jump in and go.
I like that mentality. All right. You clap.
Is it morning too, by the way?
I know, it's like mid-afternoon.
Mid-afternoon, okay.
Yeah. I think we left a little bit later in the day, and now we are maybe in a different time zone.
Gotcha. Okay.
Whoever wants to, give me a survival check, please.
Oh, no.
I think I can do that. I must be pretty good at survival.
I'm not, but I'm going to try anyways.
You don't have Daisy with you this time.
Oh, what? I got a 19.
Whoa.
Yeah. All right. We're doing all right.
All right. Amalika, describe yourself navigating through this enchanted forest quite successfully. And then after you do that, roll me a d10, please.
Uh-oh. That sounds suspicious.
Don't worry,
Amalika kind of like... Okay. Amalika takes the lead and maybe just has... Oh, wait. Does she still have the... No, that's not a staff. That's a wand. She just kind of takes the lead and traverses through the forest and, sees roots, manages to kind of hop over them really nimble, using those elven skills to be really swift, acrobatic, and gesturing to Waywocket and, oh crap, what's your name again?
Uther.
Sorry. Uther and Uncle Waywocket, just come on, guys, it's over here. Watch your step, and pointing out the way and just making sure that everyone doesn't wind up with bloody feet, Uther.
Bloody feet is a badge of honor. Still, you seem to know your way around this forest of tricks.
And then D10, a 2.
Okay. I'm also going to say the way you described it gave me a bit of an idea. Give me an Arcana check as well, please.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Did that not roll? What the? I have a 7 in Arcana and I got a 9? Baloney! I was like, for sure this would be good.
You did roll a 2.
Yeah, I know.
So you do pick up that there is kind of like this, almost if you were at a concert or it's almost like a white noise, but a magical white noise in this forest where there's a magical energy or a magical presence that's just almost distracting and almost overwhelming to you as you guide yourself over the roots and rocks and uncut paths of this forest, that you feel that this enchanted forest definitely has a font of magical inspiration somewhere, or a font of there's something fueling this.
If I use my detect magic shenanigans, can I see anything?
Only one way to find out.
Is that just Was that just again, like a cantrip? Was that just something I could turn off and on?
You can do it at will because of a feat you took at level
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
4 or something like that. I think level 4.
Okay, yeah. That's what I was pretty sure. I was checking my spells. I'm like, I don't see it in here. I think this was just a thing, but all right. Yeah, can I use Detect Magic, please?
Absolutely. So again, you get that Arkham Asylum detective mode as the world goes into shades of purples and blues. And then you realize that a lot of the trees have kind of a yellowish, greenish glow to it. And then that's when you look down and you start to see these interconnected paths, just kind of almost chaotically randomly go off in one direction. And you quickly realize that these are tributaries to ley lines, that there is a magical source literally flowing through the soil. And you see a couple of different paths diverge off on their own. There's no one dominant path, but I will say you are now allowed to use, if you have Detect Magic on, you are now allowed to use Survive or Arcana to make survival checks if you're following ley line paths.
Mm-hmm.
So Amalika is going to relay all of this to the group to see what they want to do with this information.
Yeah, and you also notice that Amalika's physical activity, she's doing front flippies, cartwheels, those power slides across the hoods of cars but over the tops of roots. It looks like the training with her mom has really amplified her abilities.
I feel alive, guys. I feel alive out here.
Well, that's a new mode for you. It looks good on you.
Yes, you're really surging.
Thank you. It's literally the nicest thing you've said to me.
Those front flippies are quite fresh.
That's the second nicest thing.
Perhaps we can follow the largest ley line to the largest tree.
Yeah, Uncle Waywocket over here. Do you mind if I also just call you Uncle Waywocket for differentiating reasons?
Oh, no, go for it. It makes a lot of sense.
Okay. What do you think? Should we maybe follow this ley line and see where it leads?
Well, the magically attuned people following the magically attuned sources going to a magically highly magical magic area. Seems like it makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, I'm with Uncle and Uther over here. I think let's follow the largest path and see where that takes us.
All right, let's do it.
All right, now let's get to the result of that roll.
Yeah.
So, Amalika, you follow one of the larger paths, and it's got kind of that old stream type of feel to it, where you can see the direction it's going, but it has these long curves and bends. It's almost snake-like, going left to right. And it's one of those, every time you put your foot down on the soft forest floor, either it's soily or grassy, you start to flash back to your training in the Shadowfell with your mom, where every time you put your foot down directly on one the veins underneath you, you see just your contact with the foot just kind of lights up a little bit. There's kind of a pressure and response sensation there. And you also hear off, and you think this is maybe where part of the Enchanted Forest gets its name, that every time you make contact with that, you kind of hear like a harmonious chime,
Ooh.
Love that.
Kind of like when Fred Penner hopped over those stones.
Exactly. That's where I got the inspiration from. I did a deep dive on Fred Penner's Wikipedia a couple of months ago. It's quite good.
Oh my God. So on brand.
But as you travel further and further, it actually doesn't lead you to a tree. It leads you to an opening in a glade. And you notice that the trees have parted, this big kind of grassy opening. And you see these rather large arches coming out of the ground. And they all have moss and vines just kind of hanging off of them. So it's think half a McDonald's arch independently of each other, just kind of sticking in the ground, but they're green, covered with moss, wrapping vines, and they just kind of hang down. And you hear the buzzing of the cicadas, and you see these small little glade flowers, like little violets and daisies and sunflowers just slowly popping up. But Amalika, with your detect magic still on, this whole underground area and all the arches that you see all light up with like almost like a radiant white glow, almost blinding to you as you come in.
This place is very magical, guys. I mean, I know we're in an enchanted forest, but this is like exceptionally enchanted. All these arches are just like glowing. I wish you could see it. I wish I could like give you my eyeballs. I'm not going to, but wish you could see it.
Yeah. Everybody else, it just looks like these big arches that just come out of the ground and into the ground again. Just like some have vines and flowers hanging off of them, but they're all covered in moss.
Also, Malika's kind of just like invigorated. Like she's usually surly, but like she feels out in the woods and kind of just like, you know, that fresh air in her lungs. Like she's like, like things are going okay. This is all right. And she's feeling like a little bit of like a spring in her step right now, which I'm sure is going to be quashed soon.
Yeah, I wonder how long they've been here. It must be a while to be this covered in moss. And I feel like magical arches usually come with magical inscriptions. So Waywalket's going to go over to the arch and we'll cast one of the classics, if I can find it on my spell sheet. Oh, you know what? This character doesn't have that spell. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, I guess I know why I took all these. Never mind. These make sense. I really thought I took prestidigitation, but I didn't, like a real dummy. Although
I have prestidigitation.
Oh, there you go. Maybe that's why I didn't take it.
Yeah, this is 100% why, because you were just like, you should take prestidigitation.
The best spell
pretty
in
great.
IMO.
Hey, Malcolm, let's me clean some of this off and see if we can see what's underneath. And I'll cast my mage hand and start try to wipe moss off of this these arches.
Yeah. So you see the spectral. Oh no, it's invisible for trickster rogues, right?
Yeah. Yes. It can be anyway, but in this case, I'll have it be visible.
So you see this little blue hand come out and start to try to wipe away the moss and vines. And Waywalker, you realize that as you pull on, these things are anchored and deeply rooted to these arches. It's going to take more strength than what Mage Hand can do.
And prestidigitation won't do anything either if she tries.
Do you wish to cast it?
Yeah, Malika comes over and is like, I'll give you a hand. And casts prestidigitation.
You see Amalika cast her prestidigitation, and you see the small clearing on the nearest arch go boom. It's almost like someone with an air canister blowing out their computer. We see like dust and leaves and vines and moss. It doesn't break or separate the vines or the moss off, but it kind of just like blows a hole to where she cast the spell. And underneath it, you can see this porous, almost whitish, going brownish material.
What is that?
I'll cast investigation on it. On that, there holes. It's an 18.
18?
Yeah.
As you get closer to it, you start to remember some textbooks you've read about that this looks very, very similar to. You'd swear it's almost there, but it looks like it's either petrified bone or fossilized bone.
Oh. Maybe this isn't so much an arch as it is a caucus.
Okay, so how many arches did you say there are?
In this glade, there's about 12 of them, and they're all kind of spread out. There's no real big pattern to them. And the grass comes up to about your waist, Amalika, so like about your chest, Waywalk it.
I keep getting it in my nose. And so that this, because the arches aren't like in an ascendingly growing big thing like a rib cage might look like or something like that. No,
a rib cage would be very obvious to you. This is kind of like a random happenstance type of thing. It doesn't appear that there's any rhyme or reason to the way these things are placed.
Yeah, it could be some kind of druid ritual site, some kind of place to cast a spell, a ritual. You ever see anything like this, Uther?
No.
Well, I'm sorry to say this is a lot of the job, looking at weird things and thinking about what they are.
Magic light, awaken!
And I'll strike the carcass with my staff.
You strike it, and it's one of those rare occasions where like you hit it, and the force of the impact actually comes back at you, and you feel the vibrations kind of like shake up your staff and into your forearms. That the thing that you struck is probably about 100 times more denser and stronger than the tree you struck earlier. It gives a very definite like dull thwack, and kind of like that reverb of the staff going wunk, 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 wunk.
Well, it's definitely something here. I don't know what, but I don't know. Is there anything else in the area we can look at, or is it just really the arches?
You can give me a perception or an investigation check or a survival check if you wish.
Let's do perception. 17.
Mm-hmm.
That headband of intelligence really did wonders for me.
So, Amalika, you start to follow the arches. You pick the closest one, and then you start to follow the arch down, and you just kind of keep your hand on the bone, and it kind of like interlaces between the vines and moss and bone as you come down, and you notice that as it gets down to the soil, you see that there's a couple of like bigger lumps in the ground below you, and you just kind of like part away some of the dirt, pull up some of the grass, and you can see that arch is actually connected to what appears to be some type of collarbone or shoulder bone.
Again, Amalika calls over, like way walk in, and is like, "Look at this."
Oh, that is very, very peculiar.
What sort of check would tell me like what kind of creature this might have been?
A nature check for sure. I'd even do religion or history for those that are interested as well.
I'm not very strong in any of those.
There you go. Let's roll it.
Okay at it. Let me see. Nature?
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20, 24.
Whoa,
that's nice. Amalika, you see as that bone, that arch bone joins at the shoulder, and the first thing you can think of is angel or celestial. And then that's when you see the pattern, that these arches that appear to be random happenstance, they all have a mirrored pair on the other side of each other.
Okay, so there's like 12, and there's like
there's 12 arches.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll Arcana to see if 12 arches and celestial makes me think of some kind of ritual or magic thing I read about in my new ritual book, and I rolled a natural 20, so it's 27.
Whoa,
2 nat 20s.
Masters Quarterly.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Waywalk, you start to look. There's no ritual here. You can't see. There's no. Everything you know about rituals are order and kind of like an order of operations of things. Even for chaos magic, there's still some type of boundaries or border to what you're trying to do. This doesn't appear. You can say for certain there was no spell done here. There was no ritual done here. There was no rites done here. This just appears to be a place where angels have died, and this is where the remains have laid.
And we can just see, like, they're natural. It's like natural causes.
That would be a medicine check for sure.
I'll do that check.
Oh, almost a natural 20. Ooh, close, but 19. Wow. So Uther, as Waywocket starts talking about how there's no organization to the way these things lay down, you start to investigate further over on some other arches, and you dig down a little bit, and you actually find what appears to be the skull of one of these angels, and it's very heavy and very dense, and then you notice that part of it has been broken away and almost smashed in, and then you remember when you struck the wing with your staff and how dense and hard it was when you hit it, that this thing looks like it got shattered almost like it was a hammer taken to porcelain type of thing.
Oh no, I don't like this.
And does this look like natural causes to you?
And that's
this
when
angel was murdered.
And that's when you start to see the other wounds, and they start to stick out now, that some of the other bones or arches that have definite hack marks in the side of them.
Oh yeah, this guy got it right in the gut.
It's definitely the aftermath of some type of combat that has happened here.
Huh. What could have done this?
I mean, something pretty terrible.
Captain Solid over here, like, couldn't even really make a dent in this, and these guys were, like, eviscerated.
Well, I mean, angels are always gassing on about being unkillable. It's a bit gratifying to see, but yes, scary as well.
Well, the good news is that this seems to have happened a while ago, considering of all the moss and overgrown nature. So whatever did this is probably long gone by now. Maybe they even went to a different magical forest and we won't have to worry about it.
Mm-hmm. And they definitely didn't leave offspring behind that were equally dangerous, and we'll be fine.
And I don't see any magical weapons or armors left over, so someone's either picked them clean, they got carried out, so there's nothing really for us here. Unless we want to dig down, but...
Yeah, I'm not really in the mood to loot some unmarked graves of angels. I feel that's pretty bad karma.
I do feel this skull would look quite festive on the mantle in the Great Hall. What do you think?
I think we should leave it.
Brings a certain, don't mess.
I think we should leave it. We should maybe leave it.
What do you think it brings, Uther?
A certain, what's the word? Feng shui, je ne sais quoi.
I don't know quite what that is.
Yeah, I don't shakwa that.
Fine. Back to the mission. And I'm going to give the angel skull sort of a field goal kick.
Oh, give me a strength saving throw then, please.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. 1 second. I get to do a cool reference now. There it is. Oh, okay. So, in a very Viggo Mortensen, Lord of the Rings type of moment, you see Uther come running up and kick the skull, and just you hear this crunch of his boot impacting with the skull. The skull did not move, but the insides of Uther's foot did, and he takes 1 point of bludgeoning damage from...
Oh, my boot!
Well, you wanted your foots to be bloody.
True.
Oh, yeah.
You got your wish.
Oh my god, 68 hit points. I've never been this strong ever.
Yeah, man. D10 hit dice don't fuck around.
So I guess then if we're done in the area, Amalika can use like detect magic to follow the ley lines that are here?
Correct. Give me an Arcana check, please.
Okay. That's a 12.
With advantage, though, which is another natural 20.
Oh, yeah. 27 for the grand total, then.
So Amalika leads you out of the angel boneyard, essentially. And she begins to lead you deeper into the forest, and then that's when you see something strange about the ley line that you're following, Amalika, is that it's pulsing on its own. That you remember when you were stepping on it, it would pulse up and light up and chime up. But this has its own, it's not a heartbeat, it doesn't have a particular pattern to it, but it's pulsing and lighting up on its own. And then that's when you start to see these big, massive, glowing prints in the ground. And they're slowly fading over time. And you realize that you are following something's footprints. And they appear to be like these big, round, almost circular, just kind of like multiple pistons dropped into the soil and into the forest floor.
Oh no. Again, Amalika relays this information to everybody to kind of just like gauge whether they want to continue this path.
Yeah, I think if something is that big, other things aren't going to mess with it. We just follow gently in its slipstream, and, other dangers aren't going to find us.
I mean...
So no kicking anything, Uther, nothing.
Yeah. I think
we
proceed cautiously. Do you think whatever this is what killed the angels?
Yeah, we'll see how big its teeth are. If we get that close. But maybe we shouldn't get that close.
Yeah, I don't think I want to get that close.
Yeah, we ain't dentists over here.
Well, you can choose to follow this trail, or you can go venture off on a new path. The choice is yours. What do you wish to do?
The most dangerous trail is likely to lead to the most valuable treasure. I had an uncle who said that.
How long did he live till?
Yeah, I was about to ask, is he still alive?
No, 22, eaten by a dragon, quite old on our standards.
I think we have like a disconnect between the value of time and age.
I agree.
Yeah, I like living into my hundreds. It's giving me perspective. It's nice. You might like it someday.
It is the tradition of our people to fight for survival until destroyed.
Oh.
Okay, well, I'm happy for you.
Tradition of my people to get great foot massages. It's really wonderful.
Yep. By the way, have you been to Larry's foot massage in Waterdeep in the Trade War? That guy does magical things with your digits.
I have not made the time, but now I will.
Oh, it is. They give you a little lemon tea with some rose petals in it. You feel so classy and special.
Okay, Waywalkets. I think that's important, and Uther will probably appreciate a good foot massage after that failed field goal back there. But what should we do? Do you want to keep going?
A literal field goal.
Yeah. Do you want to keep following this? Like, what do you think, Waywocket? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think we're following its footsteps. Maybe nothing else bothers us, but as long as we're not going to get ambushed. How long do you think it's been in front of us? Can you make that kind of determination?
I might be able to. Can I track the? I'm going to take a look at these footsteps using survival.
Survival.
What is needed? 16, yes. So Uther, you take a look down and you don't get quite the same glowy show that Amalika has, but you can see definite depressions in the forest floor. They look maybe less than an hour old.
This creature is on the move. We might be able to catch up to it if it has taken a rest.
We don't want to catch up to it.
Yeah, we probably don't want to. I guess also the question is, would this creature be headed towards a crypt or an archive? Maybe.
What do the ley lines say?
The ley lines say this is the most magical direction.
And it is following the ley line directly.
Then that is the direction we must go. Remember, if you lose heart, adventurers, just ask yourself, what would our hero Joseph do?
And then without asking further questions, I'm going to start going in that direction.
He'd probably hire some ghosts to fuck some strangers.
That is one of his go-tos, yes.
You see Uther, chest out, confidence forward, marches off, following the trail. Do the rest of you join them?
Yeah, I'll follow him.
Yeah, begrudgingly.
I definitely feel similar to his predecessor, a sense that I gotta keep this guy from dying.
As you march forward, you start to hear the creaking of wood as you look up around you, and you see maybe about like 10 to 15 feet above you, you can see branches and trunks have been pushed and cracked, and you notice that the wood is starting to regenerate and force itself back into upright positions, or like tree branches are righting themselves and kind of correcting themselves and starting to grow out further and just kind of repairing the damage of something big and brackish having charged through them.
Okay. This is just like not a Malika, but like is a Malika or Stephanie aware of what this is from, say, Tales from Trollskull?
The forest would be very similar with the sounds. I'd say
Very curious.
I'd say as a DM to Stephanie the player, you have not encountered this before.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Although it does share a lot of similar qualities.
See, now I'm finally understanding Miles for like the first 2 seasons being like, is this from a past adventure? Like, I'm like, oh, now I can do this too.
The tricky part is to remember what your character knows.
I know.
But also, your character has been around a while now also and knows some things, but maybe not about this.
I know, that's why I'm like, what would a Malika do with not the knowledge that I have?
I continue to choose characters who don't learn anything and don't retain any information about what happened before.
It's a lot easier.
Speaking of my performance and success.
All right, so the trees are growing back. It's like the Ents in Lord of the Rings.
What's very different here. And I make a little like chittering noise, and out of one of my pockets comes a little rat that comes and sits on my shoulders, and I then sort of take a moment, make a couple of those chittering noises, and my eyes kind of turn black as I start perceiving through the rat that is sitting on my shoulders. And I'm going to roll a wisdom save, a perception check, which has advantage because he's going to take a big smell. Oopsie. Oop. Terrible. It's a 9. It's a perception check from his senses.
So your rat familiar is overwhelmed by just the magical scents and smells. It's not that there's something evil and sinister in the area. It's just that there's too many evil and sinister things in the area. You notice that it burrows down into your neck, trying to like get shelter, almost doing like trying to get down like the collar of your shirt areas. He seems very frightened of his surroundings.
Which is, that's okay, Carl. Head back into your house. Everything will be fine. But you don't understand that. That is rat speak.
I'm still shocked that out of familiars you chose a rat. Like, were you not punished enough?
I'm a friend to all rat kind. I've been saying this the entire time, and I
don't think all rats. Like, truly, I still remember you being full on. Uther, he was bullied by rats.
Oh, I've heard all about the rat bullying. Most shameful.
I heard about that too. And then I just want to say, good on you, nephew, because there's no more rats left in Waterdeep. He got his revenge.
I did nothing to the rats. Oh my God, people have to stop accusing me of this.
Legally.
It was related as a hilarious comic insert in the latest All Glory to Joseph magazine.
I'm quite offended. That is the least important thing that has happened to me over the last year.
And like I said, legally, you gotta say that. And I fully support that. You did not do that. I mean, just from a court case standpoint, that's the position you gotta take.
Yeah, he's not wrong. I mean, I know you like the rats. I'm just saying the rats don't like you, Waywocket.
And there's no more rats anymore. So
look.
There's still one at least.
Well, to be fair, Carl here is more of like a spirit that from the Feywilds that has chosen me to be its best buddy of all time, and we decided together that this form would be very nice. Maybe later he'll be an owl. We'll find out.
And then you named him after Carl? My God.
Yeah, it just seemed kind of appropriate. I just kind of missed that, fluffy little guy.
Carl is a great guy. And
debatably fluffy. Depends on his form.
Look, that guy carried me through more than one swamp.
True. Well, I guess...
There's more than I can say for you. And levitate.
Wait, me?
I think you do.
Yeah, levitate, and you can cast it once a day for free. It's also part of that thing that gives you your detective, your detective vision. You get.
Look at that! I have levitate. Huh? How about that?
Yeah,
the whole time.
So many spells I have that I never use.
Yeah, you got a lot of spells. Yeah, levitate you can cast once per day for free. I think it only lasts 10 minutes though, so it's not actually that useful for traversal. But
quick staircase hop.
Good staircase hop. You can screw up an enemy who maybe wants to be running on the street or the ground. With something heavy, like a mechanical man that one time. Okay.
We want to keep
anyway
moving forward and following this.
Eyes open, everybody. Something about the way this forest is shifting is making me a little queasy.
How do you want to advance? If you still want to advance, though, you can still take another path off if you wish.
I'm gonna go stealthily up, trying to be as quiet as possible, using my my nimbleness.
Mm-hmm.
And I got 21 on stealth.
Nice.
Everyone sees Waywocket disappear into the forest. He just kind of vanishes without a trace.
When I get up a little bit further, do I see anything?
You don't see anything, but you definitely hear off in the distance, kind of like this multi-voiced roar, just like, and then you see that the burrows of the trees just shake a little bit.
Yeah, I say to actually, so I will cast, because I do have this, because I'm assuming I'm still in range for this. I'll cast message back to Amalika. Go like, did you hear that? Something big is up ahead. I'm gonna go a little further and see if I can make it out.
Amalika just nods quietly and acknowledges.
What's happening? Are you doing that message spell? It excludes me.
I don't know if I can hear that. Because only Amalika can respond in a whisper that only I can hear. But I'll move closer again to the roar.
Okay.
I'll do another stealth, or
you can keep that one if you wish. It's up to you.
Sure. I'll keep 21.
Yeah. You stealthily move closer and closer, and you notice that this opens up into another clearing of these very tall trees around you. And then that's when you notice that one of the trees is moving independently of the others, and it stands about 15 to 20 feet tall, and you notice that it is differently colored. It's got greens and browns and purples, and it's got almost like if it had fungus on it, like the fungus has almost acting as like a boil or a pustule, as it kind of drips and goops this yellow, golden, greenish kind of slime and ooze that kind of drips down almost like sap. And it appears to be that it looks like someone took the tree trunk and twisted it. So it's got this spiral pattern that's going up, and in these little voids created by the separation of the bark, you can notice that multiple eyes are looking out, and they're all blinking independently of each other as it is just smashing down at the base of a tree, as almost like a gorilla reaching in trying to get something out of a hole, and it is roaring absolute fury.
Waywalker, where are you? Come back so I can protect your tiny form. Hello?
I'll cast message again. I'm not sure how farther back they are from me, but I'm assuming out of line of sight, maybe.
We'll say story-wise, it's good enough.
And I'd probably point back to Malika, be like, it's a big giant tree. It's beating up another tree. I can't tell if it's an oak tree, though. Okay. Maybe it's time to move around the angry tree. Bring everybody here. We can maybe move around this clearing.
What's he saying? You're doing that message thing.
Amalika just does kind of like a shh voice, like something's up ahead, like tries to kind of very quietly get Uther to use his silent voice. All right. And then she indicates, pointing forward to move ahead, does those little tippy toe fingers, and to follow Waywalking and meet up with him.
Mm-hmm.
Are you moving normally? Are you moving stealthily? What you doing?
I would say
stealthily, right?
I would like to move stealthily.
Right. Stealth checks for everybody, please. I'll consider this a skill challenge.
Ooh.
12.
Yeah.
Oh, we both got 12s.
Yep, that is good.
Actually, I think Casey got an 8 because he's probably wearing scale mail or something, some kind of heavy mail.
Miles, stop screwing us over.
It's all right. I was considering a skill challenge, and you just needed
heavy armor.
Yeah, you just needed an 11, and that's more than enough for Waywalket's uncle, because he's got rogue skills.
Mm-hmm.
So as a group, you make your way over, and you actually don't find Waywalket until Waywalket reveals himself, his position to you, as you all see this
down here.
This massive tree just hammering away multiple times, kind of reaching in underneath, like trying to grab, stooping down, reaching, trying to grasp something, as you hear wood grinding against granite and stone, and just comes out with clumps of dirt as it just keeps roaring as it just begins to pound and punch away at this tree. And you can see that the tree is shaking and vibrating, but much like the other trees you've seen, it is not taking much damage, and the damage it is taking regenerates almost immediately.
Uncle, you don't think that's the oak tree that we're looking for, do you?
Oh no, that's much too small, the oak tree that we're looking for. It's and also there's a big elven stone door underneath it, so it's definitely not the tree we're looking for, but if that thing's trying to get something underneath it, greedy part of my brain is also kind of interested in what's underneath it too.
I care not for treasure, but I kind of want to fight that thing.
Have no interest in fighting that thing.
Oh, what's that?
Come on, you can do your flips.
I mean, that's a good point. I love that for you in terms of supporting me. That's great. But look at how quick it's regenerating. We can't fight that. It's going to destroy us.
Not the tree. The tree it's punching. The tree it's punching is regenerating.
It itself is a fungus covered big tree with many eyes also. So it's a tree attacking it. It's a tree on tree violence.
It's clearly some type of tree attacking a tree.
Why would a tree be attacking a tree? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Sometimes trees can be real jerks.
Did you say one of them was covered in slime?
It had these fungus-like pustules that was bleeding like an ooze. Kind of glooping out. Like boils on a tree.
That's the one that's doing the attacking, right? It's...
Correct, yes.
And if I use, again, I have my detect magic on. Is there anything kind of unusual happening?
Oh, this magic is lit up with purplish, dark, necrotic magic.
Okay, so Amalika whispers to Waywalk, like, just relays that to him quickly.
Oh,
I guess you can tell the whole group. It doesn't have to just be Waywalk.
Following undead creatures was kind of my plan in finding this door. I imagine that they themselves will be the most thick towards our entrance. So, hunting undead is kind of my thing, but still, I wonder what it would be, why it would be doing this. I will, what I got here for, oh, right, that's what I'm shaking.
If there's necrotic, like, magic kind of infecting this tree, I can't use Dispel to kind of see if that does anything, can I?
You can try. You can do an Arcana check to see what that would do, first of all.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that first before we just willy-nilly throw magic around. Oh, it's only a 9.
It's hard to say. You get the basics of that animated creatures you would probably have an effect on, but this appears to be like a version of a treant, which is kind of like a plant magical creature. So probably not. You're not 100% sure on it, but the only thing you'd really know is that it would work on like a properly animated thing, but you're not 100%.
Okay.
And it is ripping into this tree. It's like trying to tear the bark off. It's trying to pull the roots out. And you actually notice as it reaches down, some of the earth around it kind of buckles a little bit and kind of separates as like it lifts up a root a little bit and tilts the tree to one way. It appears that it's having a tough time dealing with the regeneration of the tree. Oh, you know what? I will put down the map for y'all. Players go here. Did that bring everybody over?
I can see it.
No, I didn't. I wanted to get the tokens over though. Here, let me do this. Oh, and I'm going to use an old Yosef token just to mark down Waywalk Senior because I forgot to put token for him. There we go.
All right. Well, if it is some, evil undead energy, whatever it wants in that tree might be something live and good, Amalika. Maybe we should, get our knuckles a little dirty here.
I mean, if this tree is dying and infected by something, I mean, I guess maybe we're doing the forest a favor if we kill it.
Perhaps I can purify it with the spells at my command. We might be saving it if that kind of swings your vote towards action.
All right, let's.
It does, but the way you say that makes me sound a bit like you just you're manipulating me a bit, to be honest. But I mean, it does sort of help me when you phrase it that way.
Right. Joseph warned me you two would do a lot of hemming and hawing and faffing around, and sometimes you needed a little push to go on your adventure.
Again, I have so many things to say to Joseph when I see him next.
I'm actually going to cast message.
He is quite busy.
I'm going to point to the tree. Maybe this won't work. And say like, hey, is there anyone in that tree that can hear me?
The message does not go through, unfortunately, because the treant does not have a spoken language.
I was actually pointing to where the tree was attacking.
Like the actual tree, not the end.
Yeah, not the
Oh, the same thing would appear.
Yeah.
You'd have to use speak with plants, unfortunately.
Fair enough. Okay.
So if you had speak with plants on, you could do that, but
which no, I didn't take that as a ritual, but also I'm not going to take 10 minutes to cast a spell.
Yeah. Also, someone pointed out to me on Twitter the other day that if you cast Speak with Dead and Speak with Plants, you can talk to furniture.
Terrible. Although the Speak with Dead only you have to be a newly made furniture because Speak with Dead only works for creatures that have been dead for like 10 days.
Okay, so we'll go hit up an IKEA then.
Yeah. All right, let's get a little closer, but before we spring into attack here, so let's do a little sneaky, see if we can get to that tree underneath him, and then it's.
And everyone has advantage on the sneak check because it is sufficiently distracted with trying to get underneath the tree.
Sweet. Stealth forward.
Okay, then I got a 17.
Perfect. Woo! Woo! There you go.
Good thing that.
Boom! Yeah. So you have free range of, as long as you don't walk up right behind it, you all have free range of wherever you want to go. So it's 14, 25, 15, and 19 and the 19 was natural. So a lot of high rolls. Sorry, 17, 25, and 14.
I want to get on a selectable layer though.
Okay, so yeah, that did not carry over. Miles, you get to control him. Save settings.
Aha, yeah.
I follow Waywalket's lead here.
And ditto. Oopsies, I didn't mean to ping. And I'm trying to move. Sorry.
So you're kind of looking at the butt of the treant right now, as it's kind of like hunched over. If it was wearing jeans, you definitely see a treant butt crack at this point.
All right, everybody. Anyone got any good preparation spells?
Maybe. I was just, let's see.
I've got a couple. Info.
Can I cast mage armor on myself to start with?
Absolutely, you can. If you cast mage armor yourself, I will not consider you stealth anymore though, because like you're doing an active magic.
Okay, maybe hold.
Yeah. Here, on 3, you cast mage armor, and I'm gonna cast fairy fire.
All right, cool.
And I'll bless us, everyone.
All right.
Okay.
So before we roll initiative, I'm going to call a quick hour break just so before we jump into combat. Where were we? Right. Initiative. So we have Amalika, Treant, Uther, Carl, Waywalket Senior, Waywalket Junior. Your imp is going to go before you. So let's go to the top of the order. Amalika, what do you wish to do?
So are we getting our sort of surprise round of us doing all the things on our turns?
Yes. So this treant is sufficiently distracted, so you all get a free run of the order, and then combat will officially start on the next turn.
So if you want to cast your mage armor, for example, that's like what we said we were going to do.
Yes, I would like to cast mage armor on myself. Pretty please.
Boom! You see a mystical glow come around Amalika, giving her an arcane protection.
Mystical glow.
It's a very jellicle type of glow.
There.
After that is the treant, but he is distracted.
Did you also want to cast your hound with your points? We talked about that during the break.
Oh, yeah. I'm so bad. Like, I was literally talking about this and made John, give me information, and then I did not do it. So, yes, I would like to summon Dante, my hell puppy, who I've had for a while. Spoilers, everybody. I've just failed to use. But Amalika has been training with her mom. She's been busting up Dante and really just connecting with her demon puppy from hell. And she wants to unleash his fury. Medium-sized fury.
This shadow hound comes out of the Shadowfell and just almost like a Death Eater kind of black smoky appearance appears right next to the corrupted treant. All right, so that's action. Bonus action. Do you wish to move at all, Amalika?
No.
All
so
right.
I think we roll initiative for the Hellhound also.
All right, I will do that. Bap. Character sheet and initiative.
Oh, wait. Okay, I'm okay.
Dante's at the bottom there. So let me just put them in descending order.
Still before me.
All right. There we go. After that is the treant. He can't go because he's surprised. Uther, what do you wish to do?
Lord Joseph, protect these adorable fools.
And I will bless the party.
Ooh.
I'm touching it.
Nice.
Level 1, please. 3 creatures of our choice. That's all of us. You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
Perfect. Waywocket Senior takes notice that he did not get blessed and is a little sad.
Next time, don't hog the towels.
It's like, yeah, they're really good towels as he sneaks on out. We'll do a stealth roll, and he's going to wait for everyone else, or he's going to hold his action for everyone else to attack first. Boom, yeah, that's sufficient enough. After that is Carl the Rat Familiar.
He will scurry near the treant and take the help action.
All right, so the next attack against the treant. How's your little tiny rat familiar?
Yeah, so I chitter, Carl, go! So he hops out of a little pocket on my vest.
Aww.
And then bounds towards the treant, darting in between the tall grass, so small that almost certainly is imperceptible to most creatures with his lightning reflexes, and then I imagine now that he's close is scurrying around the roots of this living tree in a distracting manner.
Nice. It is done so. Waywocket the nephew, it is your go.
Waywocket will he's gonna double up on all this advantage and cast he touches the ring on his hand and Amalika's voice comes out from it, and he'll cast Fairy Fire.
Ooh.
Right kind of here, missing his buddy. Oh, sorry, I don't know if you can see where I'm it would encompass the Hellhound, but I don't think it's corporeal.
I believe it is corporeal. Let me check. I believe. Creature of darkness, 1 bonus action. Summon a Hound of Omen. Uses the direwolf stat. So yeah, it will be there, and it'll have to make
fair enough.
A dexterity save. So
yeah, it's against Amalika's save DC.
Okay. For the direwolf or for Dante? Is that natural 20? It knows shadow magic. It knows how to deal with this stuff. And for the treant, no longer it would naturally have advantage because of its magic resistance, but Dante is next to it, so it has disadvantage, which cancels it out. It's just a regular roll for a 4.
So the magical energy kind of envelops and rises up all around this undead treant, and it now glows sort of faintly, making all attacks against it have advantage.
Nice. So that
Whoa, that's amazing.
Top of the order, Amalika, it is your go.
Okay. Wait, what did it do?
It did nothing.
Yeah. It can be surprised
yet.
it.
Okay, right. We got a free round of attacky.
Oh, whatever. As my bonus,
ahead.
I will just move over here and I'll take hide.
Do it up.
So still worry about it.
I love my wand of lightning bolts. So I think I'm going to bust that out and just take aim at this evil
Okay.
Evil entity.
Roll me up 8d6, please.
8d6.
And
8d6.
What is the spell DC? I believe it's going to be a 15 for the wand.
Wait, what? What's the spell DC?
Yeah.
I don't know because it's not in my thing.
It should be on your core, is it?
One second. I'll get it for you.
Oh, it's on your spells sheet. It should be.
It's
hang on.
DC save 15 for the wand.
Yeah, okay. I just don't have the wand on my thing.
Yeah. So it got a 16. You can either to /roll 8d6, or if you go to.
Oh yeah.
There's a dice.
That's what I wanted to do because there was not a. There's the math.
Oh, that's a lot of ones and twos. Ouch.
Is it though? It's still like 24. That's pretty.
You got 2 6s. Yeah, you got 2 6s, 3 1s.
Like the 2 6s and the 2 1s kind of like balance each other out, like averaging, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit below average the roll. It's not too bad though.
It did make it save, rude. So it takes 12 points of lightning damage as you see Krakow. This bolt of lightning goes shooting out from Amalika and impacting into the flank of the tree.
Sorry, brah.
Yeah, that's good, man. You have a bonus action and a movement action left.
I mean, I think I'm continuing to feel confident where I am. And I don't feel like there's anything I want to do with my bonus action.
All right. You see the corrupted tree ant stand up and roar as it reaches down at the base of the tree and picks up a rock and sees where the lightning bolt came from and hurls a massive boulder at you, Amalika.
Uh-oh.
Attack roll. Rock.
Oh. Ain't no mage armor that can block a crit.
Ouch. That's a natural 20.
Wow. Rude.
You got rocked.
Shit.
Does the bless help? No, it's got to be like a saving throw.
Throw.
Yeah.
Oh, no. For 62 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm dead.
No.
Well, you're at 0 hit points.
You're 0, yeah.
Amalika!
As you see it come up and just bowls her right over. Crunch! As
she like falls, I want to be like, this is why I talk myself out of situations like this.
Really noted, you got rocked.
Oh
my god, you got smoked.
Does the dog go away? I don't see anything about it. I'm going to say the dog sticks around. Ouch! As you see almost like a cannonball going down an old battlefield. Uther, it is your go as we figure out.
I'll protect you with the best of friends. I am going to charge this thing. Going right to the ass with my halberd.
And Amalika is unconscious, by the way.
Yeah.
No. And then what happens now? Death saving throws?
Death saving throws, or she stabilizes.
But also, Uncle Waywalkett's held action has probably been triggered as well.
Correct, yes.
But you can do that after.
Yeah, I'll do it afterwards.
All right, I am going to hit him with my halberd.
For a 9.
Actually, it's a 20 because he has fairy fire on him.
Right, correct. So that is a hit. Roll up your damage, please.
Okay.
I'm also very sorry, Steph.
Yeah, so hit where it says halberd right underneath where you on the roll in the chat.
Oh wait, no. Steph has the shadow.
Oh, you're at 1 hit point. Yeah, totally.
You're okay.
For 5.
Okay.
I heard you.
So actually, sorry. So you have to make a charisma saving throw, which you actually cannot make.
Okay.
Yeah. When damage reduces you to 0 hit points, you make a charisma saving throw 5 plus the damage taken. On a success, you drop to 1 hit point. So unless, yeah.
I don't. You need to speak English to me. Like, I don't know what you're saying. What words are you saying?
So yeah, you're still at 0 hit points. You can't roll a 60 on your d20 unless you're going to count a crit as a success, John.
No, I don't think I am, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair. So back to Adam's attack. Because you rolled a 1 on this damage, you can hit Halberd again and re-roll that damage.
But I hit 5.
Well, that's 1 plus 4.
Oh, I see.
If you mouse over the 5, you'll see that it has a 1 there.
So 5 is my minimum. All right. Well, how about that?
There you go.
All right. Halberd again. Ow.
Whoo! Crits! This is the smite time.
Oh, wait. What's that?
So remember, when you hit a creature on your turn, you can spend a spell slot to deal additional damage. And because it's a crit, you will double that damage. So if you spend like a level 1 spell on this, you will do an additional 4d8 damage.
It's actually going to be 68 because it counts as undead. Because you get some extra.
Oh, there you go.
Now, how do I give away a spell slot without casting the spell?
Well, you'll like it.
You can just mark it off. Yeah, just mark it.
Yeah, just mark it off on your sheet. You can put 1 spell slot down remaining.
Okay, so I'm down 1 spell slot, and I will cast the. So I've got 2 slots remaining at level 1.
And then roll me up 68 in bonus divine smite damage, please. So just like / roll 68 all smushed together.
Oh, there we go.
26. Oh my goodness.
And with my bonus action, well, because I use... So does that spell slot count as casting a spell, or can I cast a spell now?
You can still cast a spell, yes. Or, sorry. Yes, as long as it's a bonus action, you're okay.
No, I'm gonna use my bonus action for 1 more hit with the halberd.
Okay. Another crit.
Holy shit.
Damn.
You guys are on fire tonight.
Can I use the spell slot power again?
I think it's only. Hold on.
Is it once per turn?
So starting level 2, when you creature with a melee weapon attack, you can expend 1 spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target, in addition to the weapon's damage.
Here we go.
The extra damage is 1d8 for blah, blah, blah. So you get, so in this case, you get 2d4 rather than your full halberd damage.
I think it would just count it if he rolls it, though, wouldn't it? If you don't, just hit the damage. We'll see what you get. If you don't, then we'll just roll an extra d4. Oh, that looks like a...
Yeah, it's a regular...
that's a regular
thing.
D10. So roll me 2d4 plus your strength, please.
2d4 plus my strength, so...
Whew.
7 plus my strength. Sorry, just going back to my strength here.
That's
just 4.
So 7 plus 4 is 11.
Ouch! Oh my goodness.
And then if you want to spend the spell slot, you can.
Oh yeah, I'll do it. So what am I rolling here?
6d8, please.
Yeah.
Ouch. Paladins versus the undead, yo.
Eat ass.
Even better.
27 plus 9 is 96, I think. Yes.
Oh my god.
Sufficiently bloodied in that one round.
Yeah. That's a monster round.
This is exciting. I mean, I've fought lots of monsters, but I've never really fought them, you know?
You've never been a monster.
And Uther, as you are fighting this giant corrupt treant, you smell ham.
Oh.
Ham?
You smell ham.
Oh my god, that's very exciting for Miles.
It is Uncle Waywocket's turn. He is going to...
So actually, first maybe it's its held action, and then it's its regular action.
True. For true. All right, let's fire this up. That is going to be definitely a miss on its armor class. As you see the first bolt go... Whoosh. Oh, yes.
Wait, what did he roll?
With advantage?
Oh, with advantage, right. Sorry, my bad. Bap. Yes, that is still going to be a miss.
A 7 and a 5? Is that what?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Then for his next one, he still have advantage because of Fairy Fire.
Yep.
That is going to be a hit. Let me see if the next one's a critical. It is not. Boom. All right, so he is going to do 1d6. 4, 5. Cool. And then for 17, as you see the second bolt kind of catch it in one of the eyes, just poking at one of the void of this like twisted, gnarled bark, as you hear it again roar in pain as it starts to look around and realize it's been surrounded. So that is 17. That is 113. Oof. Crunch. After Waywocket is Carl.
He will continue to dance around the thing. Actually, he'll take dodge as his action because advantage is still happening under Fairy Fire.
Dance, little mouse. Truly, you are the bravest of us all.
And you actually see like small little roots coming out of the base of the corrupted treant trying to pierce Carl, but he's just kind of like almost like a ballet dancer, just niffly dodging and weaving throughout them. Dante
is full of elegance.
What do you wish Dante to do, Steph?
I think he can only attack on his turn because the Hellhound is
fire and forget.
Forget, and also like is like attuned to this creature more or less. Like he'll disappear if this creature hits 0 hit points.
All right, I will do a bite attack.
So is it like he's been created purely to fight this creature at the moment?
Yeah. Like focused in. Unfortunately, that is a 9 versus its kind of beefy AC.
It's actually 21 because he has advantage.
Oh, right. Never mind. That's a hit. Thank you. I'm constantly forgetting that. That is a hit. As you see Dante enraged, and you see the shadows kind of passing through the bark and bites to the meat of the tree for 9 piercing damage. 124.
Oh, it might be knocked prone.
Let me see. Immune. Oh, it could be knocked prone. Yeah, let's find out. Strength throw. Oh, but its strength check is very beefy.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You see Dante with like literally a dog holding a tree branch, just trying to pull it to the ground, and like little wasps of shadow energies come billowing off of it as you see it just trying to haul this thing down. After Dante is Waywocket the Junior.
Oh, got it, Malika. All right, if you're still down in a couple seconds, I'll be right back. One. No, I'm gonna go for an attack. I will. So that was 1, 2. And I have advantage on my rapier. It's a 27 to hit.
Boom.
It is 10 damages plus 15 damages. It is so 25 damage in total.
Ooh.
And I'll take disengage, and I'll go back 1, 2, so that I'm back to Amalika again.
All right. This corrupted treant looks severely damaged from the assault from its paladin friend and all the various spellcasters just unloading on it in the first go. Amalika, it is your turn. You are unconscious on the ground, a little bit of internal bleeding. Could you please roll me a death save? 1d20.
Maybe
10 or higher.
So it's on your core sheet. There you go. Uh-oh.
Oh, that is one. Mark off.
First death save.
Mark off one failure, please.
I think it probably did it automatically.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I just pressed death save. It's a 7.
Yeah. Okay. Because I like to do this with big creatures, the treant is going to look down at Uther, the person who's been chopping the shit out of it. You see its 2 big hands come wrapping down around you, Uther. I'm going to need you to give me either a strength athletics roll or an acrobatics roll. They're made at disadvantage because there is more than one size difference between you and this creature.
I am large. Does that make a difference?
You're large for your carrying capacity, but you are still considered a medium creature.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to get a 20 or better. Acrobatics or athletics, please.
I am going to use my Peerless. Oh, this is a bonus action. So does this count?
No.
Can I use this?
Unfortunately not, no.
It says as a bonus action, you can augment your athleticism.
Yeah, but this is happening on the tree's turn, so you don't get a bonus action this turn. If it was a reaction,
Right,
you'd
so
be
I
able to.
don't have a bonus action.
Yeah.
All right, so it was what? Strength or athletics?
Strength, athletics, or acrobatics, your choice.
I think it is going to be athletics, because that is a pretty good category
It's
for me.
It's a tie. So you see these 2 gigantic tree hands come down around you, and you reach up and you catch both of them, and you hold them in the air from wrapping around you.
Why do you have hands? You're a tree.
Uther, it is your turn. Your retort.
Well, the hell with you, tree. Well, I'll just keep hitting it with the halberd, I guess. Do I have any spells here? I mean, I spent a lot of my spell points just
you've spent you spent 3 of your 6 spells already on this fight.
Oh wait.
Also we forgot about our blesses, but we've been hitting everything anyway. So
would bless apply to a death save? Though?
Bless does not.
Yeah, it would have counted to this saving throw though. So he definitely succeeded. I think it might actually,
because it is a save. Roll me a D4, Steph.
Okay. How do I roll a D4? A 4.
Oh, your failure actually turns into a success because of the blessing of Yosef.
So
Yosef has saved you once again.
What does that mean?
Not even here.
So if you roll 3 successes, you stabilize, and you are no longer teetering on the edge of death.
Oh no!
But you have a success, which is good.
All right, back to some halberd action.
Yeah, roll it up.
Pow!
26. That's a hit. Roll me up your damage.
There you go.
Boom. If you were looking at the
halberd.
Oh, it's another crit. Jesus.
Well, I was going to say, you can roll the damage on this, but if you were looking at the collective hit points, it was sitting at 149. It only had 1 hit point left. So describe the super killing of this corrupted treant.
As it roars at me, I drive my halberd into its mouth and out the back of its head. And then I sort of wiggle its head around until it just sort of goes limp. And then I cast it to the side.
Nice. You see this big, it's almost like dead rotting wood, as it appeared dense and tough, but as soon as all the life energy fades from it, it just kind of sloshes to the side, and all the fungus and pustules that were on it just empty out, and you see this terrible stench and wash of this yellow greenish goop come washing out of it. You see this purple, reddish, and black essence just begin to fade off, almost like it was on fire, and fades into the ether of nothingness as it just kind of slowly starts to decompose on the ground, leaving a...
You know what would be helpful right now? A towel.
You actually all smell burning tar as well.
Oh God! Okay, Uther, get over here. Hamalka needs our help.
Of course.
All right, Uther, you run over.
You smell tar?
All right. Well, I guess I can help Amalika to a nice cure wounds.
So I'm going to hold you there as I drive your character for you. So you have another cool ability called Lay on Hands, where you have a pool of healing, which is equal to your level times 5. So you have 40 points of healing in this pool.
Oh, shit.
And as an action, you can spend as many points as you want from the pool.
And where is this listed?
It's listed as Lay on Hands.
But it's not a spell?
It's your paladin.
It's not a spell. It's an innate ability of paladins.
All right, then I will use that. And is there enough? So if I've got 40 points in the pool, that should be enough to get Amalika back to max, yeah?
I'm at 45, but yeah.
But yeah, and I might maybe spend 15 or 20, maybe not blow all of this in it, because it is our major source of healing.
she just needs one.
Is it replenished?
Yeah.
It replenishes after a long rest.
Yeah.
So
you just need one to come
20
back
for now and save the other 20 for later.
Okay. Boof. You see Uther's glowing hands come out and places them on. It looks like Amalika probably has that floating rib situation where like the boulder just like collapsed her chest on top of herself. But she comes up, coughs up and sputters up some blood that was in her lungs, but you feel refreshed and healed, Amalika, as you come back to consciousness, as you see Dante comes running up to you, and just like slobber shadow licks your, it's not really drool, but more like shadowy essence that just kind of drips down instead.
It's good to see you too. Oh man, guys, this is this is why you always try and talk yourself out of situations. You know,
Don't worry, I am here to protect you.
Yeah, what happened? Was that? Oh, it's dead, right?
It's definitely dead. So. This guy over here put in some serious work.
Oh yeah.
I think we made the right choice of this guy as the muscle.
So this is why I feel secure going into this archive. And what the hell is that? As you see,
what?
You see coming out from the little crevice underneath this tree, this little green, kind of half humanoid, half dragon-like creature with a green cloak, a long sword, and you smell lemons.
He's on our screen currently. If you look at the map.
Oh.
You see kind of waves his hands, and he sees what's happened to Amalika, and he comes running over, and he lays on hands for you and heals you all the way up to 45 hit points.
Oh, I like this person.
Oh, hey, not so handsy. Oh, never mind. Be a little handsy. That's fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
He's about eye level for me.
Yeah, he's a little over 4 feet tall.
Okay, so I'm looking up at him, but he's not. No, I'm not craning my neck like Amalika over here when I look at him.
I feel like Amalika was sitting on the ground, and now she's kind of slowly getting up and petting Dante and kind of just reuniting with him. She's excited about this, but she's also just really excited to see Dante.
You actually see him walk over to Dante and just pets him gently on the top of his head as well. You smell more lemons.
He likes you. Oh.
So you must have been that whatever that horrible monstrosity was trying to get at.
You see him nod his head, yes, almost sheepishly and bashfully.
Yeah, you're not much one for talking. No need to be shy, little friend. What brings you to this part of the forest?
You see him kind of raise his eyebrow a little bit and then kind of holds up his finger like Eureka. He reaches into his satchel and pulls out this beautiful leather map. And on the map, it's kind of got this reed inlay, almost like papyrus paper type of map. And it is a image of this big ornate oak roots and this big stone door with silvery elvish runes that come up around it. And you hear your uncle Waywalk say, "Oh, hey, that's the door."
Yeah, so strange, young traveler. It appears that you and I and my friends here, this is Uther, Amalika, Waywocket, my name also Waywocket, that little mouse friend, he crawls up on my arm. This is Carl, and that's Dante. We're a whole troop, and we are maybe working at cross purposes here.
You see him smile. You smell more lemons as he bows deeply to all of you. He picks up a stick off the ground and begins to draw images in it. You see one image he looks like is kind of dragon-like. And then the other one is a stick figure with a fishing pole and a worm on the hook. And he puts a circle and arrow around the worm.
Bait.
Sure? I think it might be dragon worm.
He puts his nose on his finger on his nose towards you, Amalika.
Okay.
You see him point at the images in order and then draws an arrow to himself.
You were bait.
No, I think he's saying his name is Dragon Bait.
Oh.
You smell a stronger smell of lemons as he smiles and nods his head at everybody.
I was thinking far too literally. Okay.
Where did that
dragon bait? Okay.
Where does that smell of lemons keep coming from? It must be some kind of plant around here.
Oh, he points to himself as you smell more lemons.
Well, it's pretty refreshing. Have you thought about a career in the service industry?
You see him kind of toss his head back, just rolls his eyes a little bit, and then just shakes his head no.
Just saying, we run a manor back in Waterdeep. It's a lot safer than traipsing through forests. But, here we are traipsing through an evil forest.
The smell changes to honeysuckle.
I assume that's also coming from you.
You see him nod his head and smiles again.
You can change it up. That's a nice feature.
You see him walk over to you, Uther, and puts his little clawed finger and taps it in his in your chest and then taps it on his. And then you smell a wood smoke.
I don't know what to make of it, but I find this very cute. What other smells?
Wow, you're dishing out the compliments today.
I think he was just cranky because he was in the city this whole time, and now that his life is in constant danger, this is his natural habitat. Isn't that right, Uther?
Yes, it is most natural for me to be in danger and to be rescuing those weaker than myself.
How's your foot doing?
I mean, it wasn't crushed by a boulder and required double healing, so I guess it all...
Yeah, you'll have a bloody nail. You might lose it. It'll be a little uncomfortable, but...
You smell some brimstone.
Well...
So, did you get chased by that ent into the tree?
The smell changes to roses as he nods his head yes.
I see.
Either he agrees or he's turning romantic. Can you lead us to this mysterious door on your map?
You smell wood smoke again as he nods to all of you.
That's what you mean by the smoke smell. Excellent.
If you're interested, we would be quite happy to, accompany you. Maybe, strengthen numbers. As you see, we were, not formidable with little undead creatures. Maybe a little partnership could be arranged.
You see him smile. A big dragon toothy type of grin that comes stretching across his snoot. A very strong smell of lemons arises as he kind of opens his small arms as kind of like a group hug opening scenario type of thing.
Well, I mean, I'm not really usually a hugger, but okay.
Amalika goes in, like, the boulder thing, definitely put a damper on her good mood, but she's still feeling pretty high spirits overall. Goes in for, like, the hug. Dante's there. Dante jumps up, like, slobbery.
Does anyone else join in the group hug?
I will try to envelop the entire group hug, like, yes!
Actually, as you come in, he grabs everyone around the waist, even Waywocket Sr., and he actually lifts you all up at the same time.
Aha! Hugs are for friends, and it's fun.
You smell the smell of lemons gets even stronger.
Yes, lemon away, little smelly friend.
I like this. This is nice, This is nice.
Yeah, it's something very comforting.
He sets you all down, and then he unfurls his map, and then he points in kind of a random direction off into the forest, and you hear your uncle go, I think that away? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's more than we got before, so lead on, Dragon Bait.
Can Amalika, just in case this all goes to shit somehow, can she tell if, like, with detect magic, if the direction lines up again with the, like, ley lines?
Absolutely. As you do detect magic, first of all, that corrupted treant corpse is almost like Chernobyl radiating magic out of it. And of the ley lines that come in, a very big, and it sticks out because most of the ley lines are blue to you, and this takes on like a purplish glow to it, and it is going in the exact direction that Dragon Bait is pointing.
Interesting. Also, did we actually investigate the tree to see if there was anything that we could see as to why it was, like, corrupted or anything?
You did not. You have not yet. You can if you wish, though.
Maybe. Yeah, let's take a quick look at it. But yeah, we'll head there. Quick Dragon Bait. Just one quick little. I don't have advantage anymore.
Give me either an investigation or a nature check. Your choice.
Waywocket will definitely go with investigation. Yeah, 20.
I got a 17.
So Amalika and Waywocket, you begin to peel back, and it's got a very sticky, almost tar-like feel to it, as it looks like this corrupted essence is beginning to coagulate and kind of like solidify up. And as you're digging around, you can see that there's a lot of rot in this tree. It looks like this tree has been slowly decaying over a very long period of time, and that whatever this treant used to be has been a victim of disease for you guess at minimum 100 years. But what you do find in there, Waywocket, is this kind of like football shaped oval thing, and it's got this thick yellow smelly dry crust on it, and as you touch it, it begins to crumble away a little bit. And as it crumbles away, you see there's this giant emerald about the size of your head inside the tree. And you guess it's probably worth about 550 gold pieces.
Yeah. Remembering to investigate things.
It's like, all right, you can leave it.
I didn't think that was going to be a loot the bodies situation.
You get the feeling, Waywocket, that this may have been one of the eyes inside its body.
Well, you know what they say, to the victors go the spoils.
Wait, it was like the eye, like one of the eye things that we've been seeing?
This one's a green. It had like a yellow crest around it, but it was definitely, it matches the shape of one of the voids in the bark in this treant body.
Oh, right. Yeah. Here we are. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like, I wonder if this was some of the magic that helped, this was a gem that helped focus some of the magics of this creature. I don't know, Uncle Waywocket, maybe what you heard about this lich isn't quite so true. Or maybe the spell was cast long ago.
Well, I mean, it's hard to say. Liches are liches. They last a long, long time, so...
That's
did it come
true.
for her? But she's more like an arcane book magic type of thing. This feels more like a druidy nature type of thing. I don't know. I don't know if they cross over a whole lot, different fields of study. This feels more like we'll commune with the spirits, as opposed to I'll read about it in a book.
Yeah, good point. Well, shall we towards more certain dangers?
Towards adventure and friendship.
1 second. Ba-ba-ba-ba. You smell...
Happiness.
You smell wood smoke. As you see...
Follow that smelly little man.
As you see Dragonbait take the lead and lead you deeper into the Enchanted Forest. And that is the 2-hour mark. Let's call it there for the week.
Yeah.
Good job, everybody. I'm sorry I crit you with a bolter, Steph.
So rude. The one time I go into battle. The one time, John.
Yeah, you are smoked.
The Diecast podcast was produced by Miles Baker, Stephanie Cook, and Johnny Robertson.